Hi everyone, welcome to Taste to Explore. My name is Darlene, and on today's episode I bring to you Pavochon. We're making a turkey, a Puerto Rican style, so stick around as I walk you over to the ingredients so we can get started. Alright, so let's get started. I have a half a cup of olive oil, sazon, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of coriander grounded, 1 teaspoon of cumin grounded, 1 teaspoon of fresh black pepper grounded, 2 tablespoons of fresh grated garlic. We're going to use 1 sour orange, and I'm going to explain about this in a minute. About a tablespoon or 2 of sofrito, and our turkey breast. That's 7 pounds. So let's get started. Alright, so let's get started. Now, in order to season our turkey, we need an oil base. You can use butter for this, but I wanted to make it really with Hispanic flavors, so I didn't use butter in this. So now I'm just going to use the olive oil, and I'm going to pour the whole thing in here. Because remember, we are seasoning a turkey breast that is super dry. So I want to make it super moist, because to me, there's nothing annoying about a turkey that, there's something about a turkey that when it's super dry, it's just like, I don't know, in my opinion, it doesn't even taste edible, but that's just me. So I'm just gonna stir this in, mixing all the good yummy flavors of the oil and the garlic. Then we're gonna add our oregano. And our salt. Salt according to your taste. And of course, remember too that a turkey, when you cook it, or any meat in the oven, when you cook it, it's going to sweat out the salt. It's going to sweat out its flavors. So if you notice that you cook the turkey or chicken or roast pork or whatever, and it just tastes flavorless after you just seasoned it, it's like not tasteful no more. So that's what you have to do, is make sure you add enough salt so that way it can penetrate through the flesh, or on the flesh rather, and it can have a nice taste. You know, you can taste something. Not super salty, but just right. So use it according to your taste buds. You see our mixture is getting a little thick, and that's just perfect. These guys are gonna love this if you tried it. If you haven't tried this already, I advise you to do it. It is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Then the pepper. Alright. And you know I like some color on my turkey. You can leave this out if you want, but I need to have some color. And it has a little bit of flavor in here too. Why not add this as well? Alright, so now we're going to add a tablespoon at a time of sofrito, and just checking that everything looks well and it's not. And I feel like it needs more, so I'm going to put another tablespoon. So use your discretion. If you want more, use more. But 2 seems sufficient here. Alright, so let's talk about these fellas. They're pretty ugly right here. This is how they look, unfortunately. They're called sour oranges, but in Spanish is naranja agria. They're really horrible taste. You cannot make an orange juice and think you're going to drink it like for breakfast like this. No way. But on the other hand, for cooking, it brings a tremendous amount of flavor, especially savory. side. All right, so you see how they look? All right, so let's see. Depending on how much juice this can gush out, I think I'm gonna have to use one whole one. So depending on how big you get them, they don't really come too big, but if you get them like small like this, I would say use one whole one. But if you get it a humongous one, then just use a half. And that's about 2 tablespoons. All right, so now let's get started in seasoning our turkey. All right, so what we got here is a 7-pound breast, turkey breast. Now, I decided to do a turkey breast instead of a whole turkey because a lot of people don't like to eat a whole turkey. And I would like to encourage everybody out there that there are a tremendous amount of ways that you can cook a turkey. And if you're not having a big group and you don't want to make a big humongous 40-pound 20-pound turkey, you can do a breast, you can do the legs or wings, or you can do it stewed. I mean, there's a whole bunch of ways and different preparations that you can do to make a great Thanksgiving meal that doesn't require a humongous bird. And if you're interested, let me know. Leave a comment below on what you want to see and what are your preferences and favorites, and I'll definitely would love to make them and just share my recipe to you. So now let's go on with the bird. So over here, it's pretty empty. I mean, it's just the breast and a little and just a cavity. So you're gonna want to separate the skin from the flesh so that way you can put some seasonings in here. You should do it one side so that way it doesn't wring out. So that's why I didn't start from there. Okay, not too much. You don't want to make a hole, just enough to create a pocket so some of the seasonings can go in that side, and then of course we're gonna season in this side too. And make sure you use your clean hands. I mean, I did. So all right, so here we go. Using a spoon, you're gonna spoon in your ingredients. One hand is gonna be for the rubbing. Well, you're gonna want to be using both of your hands. This is gonna be so tasty, guys. You just wait and see. Take your time and just pour into every nook and cranny in this burger. It's gonna provide so much flavor and moisture. Don't be cheap and don't skim out nothing. Use what you have. You don't want to poke holes in the breast. I understand the inside should be seasoned as well, but you know what? You're going to risk it getting dried. So massage this baby everywhere. And let's not forget inside the cavity, even though there's nothing in here but bones, but like I said, you're gonna season and massage your meats every way possible. Okay guys, so now after we finish seasoning our turkey, as you notice, I have the breast side down. After you finish seasoning your turkey, you need to have this marinating for up to 2 hours or preferably overnight. It's better for you to do it overnight. You can marinate it in the refrigerator up to 2 days overnight. So it's best to prep it early. I would advise you not to season it and put it directly in the oven. You're not going to get the flavors penetrated inside the meat that way. You need to have it sitting in its marinating juices for a period of time. Okay? So I'm going to cook it in a bag. A turkey bag. Okay, we're going to place this inside the bag. Remember I told you when you're marinating it, you're going to have it face down. Now we're going to cook it face up. And it's really best not to stuff your turkey with stuffing. First of all, you're going to dry out the turkey. Second of all, it's really not going to give you a good, it's not going to give you a good turkey. It's not going to come out right. It's going to be too dry. And with the blood and stuff like that, I mean, you don't want to do that. So, I won't advise it. Now, with the juices that's left over, of course, we're not going to discard it. We're going to put it right in here. All the marinating juices, put it right with the turkey. It's going to give it a great sauce afterwards. Okay, and that's it. We're going to tie it up. Cooking in the oven for 4 hours on 350. I'll see you back. Welcome back. Well, our turkey is done. Our turkey breast. It is phenomenal, guys. My house smells like Thanksgiving already. I don't want to cut in it, but I am going to take this little piece off that I have on the side because it's just so darn good. Flavor is on point. Now, I let it cook for 4 hours. If you don't want your skin crispy like the way you see here, cook it for between 3 and 3.5 hours. Other than that, 4 hours was just fine. Flavor is perfect. You don't even need gravy on it. But if you do, of course, feel free to gravy it up. It's fine like that. It will complement your Thanksgiving dish like never before. So thank you for tuning in today, because it was always a pleasure cooking for you. So stick around. See you later. Bye-bye.